failing to investigate travel spots thoroughly. I enjoy capturing images during trips and usually plan my photo opportunities in advance. Back in 2008, I visited Japan and stayed 3 days in Hakone, a peaceful countryside escape from bustling cities. My goal was to photograph Lake Ashi, aiming to snap a picture of Mount Fuji using a telephoto lens. However, the weather was too muggy to see Mount Fuji, so I explored the paths and streets near the lake. Just past Hakone-en, I strolled by the lake but found it unremarkable and turned back. Had I continued for another 500 meters, I would have stumbled upon the Peace Torii, the most iconic and frequently photographed landmark at the lake, cherished across Japan. I only learned this after returning home. I've overlooked many attractions due to this mistake. So, thoroughly research your travel destinations, folks. Don't repeat my error. Got heavily intoxicated by myself in Hokkaido after a romantic split. I wandered aimlessly, my phone battery died, and for the next hour, I repeatedly asked strangers for directions to my hostel. They'd check Google Maps, guide me, but I'd walk a short distance, forget the instructions, and start over, troubling about 10 people. Eventually, I reached the hostel, only to find it locked at night with a 4-digit code stored on my dead phone. Miraculously, despite seeing the code only once, I recalled it and got inside. I'm typically far more organized, but the breakup clouded my judgment. If you're going to drink in such circumstances, stay in your room. I'm somewhat forgetful, but haven't faced serious troubles while traveling. I misplaced my phone during a night out in Budapest, but thankfully I was with a companion, so I could still reach others. At Monterrey Airport, I discovered at check-in that my phone was missing, with all my flight and hotel info on it, sparking some worry. It was either in the taxi, I rushed outside, found the driver still there but we searched and found nothing, or at the guest house where I'd stayed. The kind check-in staff called the guest house and the manager located my phone on an outdoor bench. I took a taxi back to retrieve it, returned to the airport, made my flight, and watched my phone closely for the rest of the journey. Years ago, while still in university, I arranged a winter break trip to Mexico to join a friend. I flew into Cancun to meet him, then we both traveled to Mexico City days later, booking 3 one-way flights total, which soon proved critical. When it was time to head home, I arrived at the airport, but the check-in kiosk failed. At the counter, after some confusion, they revealed a terrible mistake. I'd reserved my return flight for the right day and time, but a week earlier. I likely selected the correct date initially, but a page refresh or my haste caused the error, and I somehow overlooked the date in the airline's emails. After some panic, I secured a flight just hours later with my parents' help from their computer. But it was an expensive lesson, both financially and to my ego. Worse, this isn't the only time I've botched dates in online bookings. Other mix-ups, though less consequential, were sometimes more humiliating, and I struggled to learn this lesson. Once, I was set to fly from San Cristobal de las Casas to Cancun and booked the correct flight, but for the following month, same day, same time. I didn't notice until I reached the airport, a 2-hour trip from town. I tried to change it, but nothing could be done. To make matters worse, I had a broken foot, so navigating with a boot, wheelchair, or crutches was grueling. I'd never made such a mistake before. Now, I always double and triple check dates and times.